everyone, and welcome back to Interface Insights by Design Studio UI UX. I am Naushina, and today I'm doing something a little different. Instead of talking about design principles in theory, we are looking at mobile app UI UX design examples. What great mobile app designs are actually doing right, and the specific design decisions behind why they work. I'm covering six categories today: e-commerce, social media, productivity, finance, health and fitness, and travel. And for each one, I'll walk you through the design thinking that makes those apps stand out. So, let's get into it. Starting with e commerce, every e commerce app has just one goal: move the user from browsing to buying with as little friction as possible. The best ones do this through four stages: educating the users with rich product content, helping them compare options, engaging them with personalized CTAs, and making checkout as fast as possible. One of the most powerful design moves in e commerce right now is AR try on. When users can see how a product looks on them before buying, purchases confidence goes up and returns go down. Shopify data shows products with AR visualization sees around 94% higher conversion, and fashion apps see a 40% reduction in return sales. Another strong pattern is connecting the online and in store experience. Think in store barcode scanners that pull up reviews, loyalty programs living on the home screen, virtual try ons replacing physical testing. When the app removes the gap between online and offline, it removes anxiety from every touch point. Next is social media. Well, social media app serves two very different UX goals depending on what they are built for. Discovery led apps are designed for browsing. The best ones use visual grid layouts where images do all the communicating, no text overlays needed. A fixed search bar signals to the users that this is a place to explore. The design gets out of the way and lets content lead. Communication led apps are built for speed and frictionless interaction. Bottom navigation with clearly labeled destinations, bold unread indicators, color psychology that signals trust and calm. And since 75% of smartphones interaction use the thumb as a primary tool, bottom navigation is not just a style choice, it is an accessibility decision. Next is productivity apps. Well, it has just one job: help users go from intention to action. The best ones share four things: a clutter free interface that only shows what is needed right now, minimal steps to complete a task, clear visual hierarchy that communicates urgency without making users read through long lists, and micro interaction that build momentum. Color coded priority systems are a great example of this, where urgency is communicated visually, like red for high priority and softer tones for low priority. Users know exactly where to focus without reading a single label. And when it comes to time tracking apps, the biggest design insight is that the barrier is not the tracking itself, the barrier is starting. So, the best design solution is to make the start action as large, obviously, and frictionless as possible. Just one tap, that is it. Next is we have finance apps. Well, finance app deals with a unique challenge. Users are more anxious than they are curious. The design has to earn trust before it can drive action. Two approaches work really well here. The first is data visualization, converting complex financial data into color coded charts and scannable dashboards, automatic categorization of transactions. The goal is financial clarity for users who would normally find their own bank statements overwhelming. The second is radical minimalism, removing every element that could feel intimidating, clean single column layouts, swipe based navigations, bold action buttons that are impossible to miss. When a trade or transaction goes through, instant color coded feedbacks make the users feel confident rather than confused. Both approaches start from the same question: what is the user afraid of, and how do we design that fear away? Health and fitness app have the hardest retention problem in mobile. They are asking users to change behavior, not just a product. Gamification is one of the most effective design responses to this. Leaderboards, challenges, peer recognition, milestone animations. This create variable reward scheduling combined with social comparison. which gives users a reason to come back that goes beyond their own willpower. Solo fitness becomes a community behavior, and community is far stickier than the individual motivation. On the other end of the spectrum, calm by design, soft color palette, gentle animation with no hard cuts, ambient sound cues on the session start and end, an interface that strips away every design except the ones that matters. When the design itself delivers the promise of the product before the users has ever pressed play, that is exceptional UX. Next is travel apps. Well, travel apps have to make users feel confident enough to spend significant money on something they cannot physically experience in advance. The best travel app designs build that confidence through visual trust, showing rich imagery before price or availability, prominent verified reviews on every listing, warm color choices that evoke comfort and hospitality. Every design decisions answer the same silent question the user is asking. Can I trust this? And for apps dealing with information overload across hundreds of options, the design solution is simplification. Features that turn destination anxiety into browsable discovery. Powerful filters that respect users' priority. A clutter free path from search to booking with as few steps as possible. So, across all six categories, what ties the best mobile app designs together is not a sheer visual style. It is that every design decision starts with a user problem, not an aesthetic preference, not a trend, a specific thing the user is feeling. Anxiety, friction, confusion, boredom, and a deliberate design response to that feeling. That is what separates good mobile app design from a great mobile app design. If you want to see these design principles applied through real world mobile app examples, breakdowns, and detailed analysis, we have covered all of it in our blog. The link is in the description below. Go check it out. I am Naushina signing off. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, take care and keep designing with intention.